And so I think that uh that it works. That obviously works. The parents, you should have a hand on your children, grooming their relationships, friendships, relationships, the whole 9 yards. But my grandmother, she didn't have that luck, that love in her life. But she everything that she wanted in a man, I guess, or what she thought, girl, that's a good man, you love him, you need, work with that man. He can drive the bus, but if you bring his check home every day, your blue collar man is all right. There's certain things that my grandmother would say, and I'll tell you this, and I'll pass the mic, but on her deathbed, and I had already been married and divorced. I got married and divorced fresh out of law school. So when she thought she was dying, she wasn't dying, but she thought she was dying. And so she went around the bed and gave everybody her last words. And so when she got to me, her advice for me was, get you a boyfriend. And I'm so, that's your last words. You don't want to give me a recipe. You don't want to give me a recipe for life. You want to tell me to get a boyfriend? A boyfriend is the easiest thing to get. Look at me, and so I'm so upset with her. But now, as an older woman, I get it. Get your boyfriend. It's important, I guess.
I love grandma. She said, get you a boyfriend. She wasn't playing no games. Like, you have 2 younger daughters, right? When you're thinking about, like, and maybe you have it, like, when will you talk to them about dating? Will you wait for them to bring it to you? Will you take it to them? And when you do, are you going to give them your experiences? Because we have Dr. Alicia here. A lot of times when we are giving dating advice, we're doing it from our own experiences. And if they're traumatized, or if we've been traumatized, then the advice and the experience that we're going to give will be based on that. So what are you thinking around what you're going to be sharing with your daughter, so that they don't turn around and say, nobody told me about dating?
Yes, that is a very, very great question. And so the way that I approach motherhood with my daughters is I want them to know my story. I want to be totally honest with them, because I look back on so many things that my mom said or my mom did, and not that I didn't know her story. She told me bits and pieces, but I didn't know everything. And now, just being able to reflect in hindsight, I'm like, oh, like, so many things are epiphany, aha moments to me now, because I'm an older woman and I can just imagine or realize what she was going through. And I can put the pieces of the puzzle, the stories, the little pieces of the stories together. I can put them together and be like, that's why, not excusing some things and then excusing some things, right? But coming from a place of understanding, I know why she did that. So I want my daughters to know my story. Age appropriate, obviously, but I want to be very honest with them. And I'm very honest with my daughters now. Like, my 8-year-old, she has little crushes, and I don't criminalize it. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, what do you think about him? Is he nice to you? Is he sweet? Journey be having these boys doing everything, anything and everything for her. Okay. She just has like this charming personality. So I already know that's going to happen naturally for her, and it may happen at a young age where people start to gravitate towards her because of that. And so I am going to let her know that is totally normal and natural. That's something that, so many stories about this topic, but that's something that when I was young and in middle school and I started like liking boys and stuff like that, my mom, she really criminalized it. She really did.